So give me your love. So give me your love. I need you when I see you. You surprise me. Your face is beautiful to see you. Every night I take your heart. So give me your love. So give me your love. Give me your love. So give me your love. Give me your love. So give me your love. So give me your love. Every morning in the school, I see you and I can't imagine my life without you. So give me your love. Give me your love. Give me your love.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know how the audio is. We are back. Not in the 777 today. We're going to go back to some United virtual operations here. We're going to do a quick flight. So we are going to be on a 3-day trip. This first day is going to be a quick leg down to San Diego, overnight in San Diego. And then day 2 of this trip is going to be San Diego. Hold on, let me look. I wrote this down. Hold on. Let me see. So I probably will be streaming by the way, tomorrow as well. Okay, so here's what we got. So tonight is going to be San Diego or San Francisco to San Diego in the Max. Tomorrow we are in the 737-900 ER. We're flying from San Diego to San Francisco, and then San Francisco to Vegas, and we're going to overnight in Vegas. So that's going to be the day 2 of the trip. I'll probably stream that, and then I'll maybe stream day 3 of the trip. I'll figure that out with my schedule, but day 3 is going to be Vegas to Houston, Houston to Orlando, Orlando to LAX. So, talk louder. Is this better? But yeah, so we're gonna have one leg and one and done today. So it's be nice and easy. Luckily, we have a bunch of ATC right now in San Francisco, which is honestly pretty rare, and then a bunch of ATC down in SoCal. Right now we're dealing with some storms. You'll see some lightning. I doubt it's lightning and thunder in San Francisco right now in real life. I think they just have a lot of rain. Um, but there's basically some storms moving down from the northwest and kind of moving its way down. So tomorrow in SoCal, it's going to get a lot of rain. Right now, to give you kind of like a weather update, the weather here in San Francisco is 200 at 14, gusting 20, 6 statute miles of visibility, some showers. And then once we get down to San Diego, even though it's not exactly cloudy or even raining right now in San Diego, the wind down there was picking up once we land. I think once we land, it should be 180 at 15, gusting 30. So definitely a lot of winding, definitely a lot of wind right now down the coast. So bunch of weather to get into. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in to the plane. We'll go ahead and come over here, come into the jetway, and we'll walk down this little jetway here. Walk in here, and we go ahead and walk into the jetway. Let me turn on the sim sounds here. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and we'll come down to the jetway. We'll get everything started. Our departure time is going to be 15 minutes past the hour, so hopefully we could get out on time. Let's go ahead and load in to the cockpit here. And so we would go ahead and come in first. Let's get out here. We go ahead and come in, drop off our bags and stuff like that. Come over here and kind of do our initial pre-flight procedure since we're the first one on the plane. So we'll go ahead and make sure the manual gear is stowed. We'll go ahead and check the circuit breakers, everything like that. Make sure the fire extinguisher is in the green, which it is. We got all the safety equipment like the crash axe, escape ropes, everything like that on board. And then we can go ahead and get into the other parts of the initial pre-flight. So for the initial pre-flight, basically we're just going to get everything set up. So like I said, we'll make sure all the gear pins and headphones and headsets, everything like that is all good. But to continue on, let's go ahead and take a look at the upper overhead while we're standing up here. We'll go ahead and check the leading edge devices. We'll make sure the ELT is armed. Elevator as landing assist is armed. The maintenance light on the Max is out. We go ahead and get the IRS is set to nav. We'll go heading and status on there. Service interphone switch is off. That's fine. 3 lights on the gear down. Passenger oxygen is what's it called? Guarded. Broadband systems could come off. And then we go ahead and make sure the flight recorder is good. Do the flight recorder test. Good. Airspeed, Mach warning, and the stall test. That is looking all good. Let's go ahead and make sure that the galley power and IFE switches are on. We're on ground power. 115 volts is checked. That is good there. And we go ahead and check the serviceable items. So we'll come down to here. Unfortunately, in the iFlight Max for now, at least, it doesn't look like the engine, like the oil in the engine could come down. I think it's always at 97%. And I think the hydraulic percentage is always at 99, 98%. So there you go. Perfect. All right, that is all set up there. And we go ahead and set up the FMC or get it kind of spooled up and ready to go. So we'll go ahead and double check it. We got 737-8. We got 28,000 pounds of thrust. Now that it should be good. Let's go ahead and go to an initial. We go, okay, SFO, we'll go ahead and put that in here. And we go ahead and pull the GPS left and pull it into there. And we get that all going. That is looking good. And let's go ahead and get the logo light on, and we'll get the wheel well light. Okay, sorry guys. What's up, Dan Stu? Thanks so much for joining in. SNA Aviation, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Dan Stu 67. 10:15. I mean, if that's if that's your time, then yeah. Right now it's 6:21 for me. Departure time when again? So right now it's 6:21 my time. We're leaving at 7:15. What's up, Chris? How you doing, bro? Welcome, guys. All right, let's go ahead and head outside. We'll do the walk around. All right. We'll come down the stairs. Go ahead, take a look at all the static and pitot tubes here. Make sure there's no damage or anything like that. Go ahead and check the wheel well. Make sure nothing's leaking. Everything is looking good, which it is. No damage on the first officer's side. Everything is looking very nice. Go ahead and check the fan blades. Unfortunately, these fan blades do not windmill just yet, so they haven't implemented that feature yet. So, fortunately, they're just static. We'll check the leading edge here. Everything is looking good. Looks like that JetBlue is pushing back. They're going down to LAX. Looks like it stopped. Oh no, it definitely is still raining. I just can't really see it when you look up. All right. Leading edges are good. Static wicks are still attached, which is good. Go ahead and take a look at this beautiful LEAP engine. Make sure there's no damages, crack fan blades, nothing. Making sure the tires are good, especially now that it's definitely going to be a contaminated runway. We'll come into the wheel well, make sure nothing's leaking, anything like that, which is not. Gotta love the attention to detail though for the iFly exterior. Everything else is all good. We come back here. All the static wicks are on. Don't want to fly without them, or at least be known that one of them is off. All right. Everything is all good. We go ahead and check these tires. That's all good. We got the brake pads are all good as well. Get the trailing edge of this wing here. Trailing edge of this wing. All right, I got a pop quiz for you guys, okay? Should be fairly easy if you're aware of the 737. But let's get a little pop quiz here. So you notice, if I back up here, first of all, these windows right here are all fairly close together. Yet there's a big gap right here where there's no window, and there's a big gap right here where there's no window. On the other side, there's only one big gap. Why is there big gaps in between windows like that? On the 737 in particular, there's why is it like this? And while you guys think about it, we'll go ahead and come into the cockpit again. And we get the panel lights turned up here. So my McDo or my FMC, when my Windwing FMC could get brighter. All right. Let me go ahead and we'll start the pre-flight procedure. So we'll go ahead and come down here. We'll check my oxygen down here. Make sure that is 100%. All right, it is. Cockpit windows are closed and locked. Equipment cooling. We start up here for the first officer flows. These two are normal. And we go ahead and get the emergency lights armed. We haven't got refueled yet, so we go ahead and keep the fasten seatbelt sign off. And we'll come up here. We'll go ahead and get the window heat on. Check the overheat, which it is good. We'll come turn these off again and back on. We'll get these off. There we go. Anti-ice is off. Hydraulics are set. We go ahead and test the voice recorder. That is looking all good there. We go ahead and set this up the way we like. And everything else is all good. Let me go ahead and double check the OFP here. Let's see where we're cruising at today. We're cruising at 350 today. So we'll go ahead and set 350 there. We'll go ahead and turn off the wheel well light. And everything's all good there. We'll go ahead and also do the captain's flow. We'll make sure the yaw damper is on. And we'll make sure the fuel pumps are on as well. And that should be all good for that. Let me just kind of double check here. Yep, that is all good. Let's go ahead and select this to right for today. And then we'll go ahead and set up the EFS panel to our liking. Kind of when the IRSs are aligned. Okay, that is all good there. Let me go ahead and grab the ATIS and stuff like that. Get ready for this flight, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest of the pre-flight procedures. Get the weather here. I decided to give VATSIM a try. I haven't done a flight yet, but I passed the test. Hey, there you go. Bleed AC. Good job, Dan Shoot. Yep, it's going to be the PACs. So the PAC system go up and around the fuselage, and that's what goes into the PACs that distribute air to the cabin. All right. So right now, for VATSIM ATIS, it's Tango. We're going to be departing one left, one right. Winds right now are 220 at 5, so it looks like the winds have calmed down. And we got better visibility. It's 9 statute miles of visibility. Few clouds at 800 feet. We got broken layer at 2,600 feet. And we got an overcast layer at 7,000 feet. Temperature 13 dew point 11. And bunch of taxiways closed. San Francisco VOR is out of service. Multiple nodes, productivity in the vicinity of the aircraft at the airport. All right. Crane north of runway 1 right is down. Okay. Interesting. All right, cool. We got information, Tango. Let me go ahead and pull up my sim brief on my other monitor here so I could file my flight plan. I'm over at SJC, sick ass airport if I'm honest, especially with the Orbex. Yeah, the Orbex airport for SJC is good. I don't know if it's for anybody else. We're going to take a look at this video once we're on cruise if we have time. It's the Aerosoft development video for the A340. I don't know if it's for anybody else, but my Google Chrome, I can't like load anything in. I thought it was my Wi-Fi, but I didn't get disconnected from VATSIM or anything. So I was confused. But I don't know. Apparently my what's it called? Google Chrome just won't work. Looks like NorCal Approach is online. So we'll go ahead and sign into VATSIM here so we can file my flight plan. We're United 2633. I should have got some more fuel. I mean, I guess it's not too late, but I guess we'll just dispatch without it. Famous last words. So min takeoff fuel today is going to be 9,805. I kind of set that, give myself a little bit of a reminder. Let's see. Let me go back to this weather. And the altimeter is 2957, which we already have set. Perfect. All right. Flight plan is filed. All right. A320 belt loaders or cargo loaders? I think cargo loaders. They should have belt loaders in the United States. I think honestly with the Phoenix, like it automatically gives you like the other ones, which is weird. I think it's a European thing though. No ILS for runway 27. Is it down right now? Is it out of service? Share your Chrome screen. I just did. What's up, One Aviation? Welcome aboard, man. All right. Got 40 more minutes till departure. In my MCU, it's only localized, no ILS. Oh, no. Yeah, because San Diego only has the ILS, or excuse me, the localizer. It doesn't have ILS. Oh, I guess we're getting catered by Southwest. We're getting catered by Southwest right now. I can't stay for long because I'm also live. Oh no, wait, one Aviation. Nice. All right. Okay, that's all good. We go ahead and continue with the pre-flight flow. We can't really set up anything in the MCP right now because we don't have a clearance, but we're going to get that to RTO. We'll go ahead and hit this to reset, and we'll do our Jip Whiz. I'll probably do the RNAV Danish. Ooh, that's going to be an exciting one on One Aviation. That's sick. Dude, you guys can't hear the sim. I blame Danish, dude.
500.
Oh my god. You guys didn't even, you guys couldn't even hear the sim. Danish, dude. What
200.
You're supposed to help me with those things, man.
50. 40. 30.
I'm an L streamer,
20,
guys. I don't know why you guys
10.
subscribe.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain.
Alright, sounds good,
Caution.
Danish.
Terrain. Caution.
Dude,
terrain.
really young sass. My
terrain.
fault, guys.
Terrain. Pull up. Caution. Obstacle. Caution. Obstacle. 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 Pull up.
Speaking of subscribing, guys, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are, I think, 120 subscribers away from 1.5K. So we're almost to 1.5K. And we're going to be doing a long haul once we get to 1.5K. So I'm super, super excited for that. All right, let's go ahead and load up some fuel and some numbers here. So let's go to back, menu, performance. We'll go to weight and balance. We'll go ahead and read Microsoft Flight Simulator data. All right, cool. We got a clearance. And our fuel today is going to be 10,225. So we go 10,225. We'll set our fuel and we'll load our cargo. Let's see. Our zero fuel weight is going to be 128. We could probably just set this to. Oops. Where is this? Like 3,000 maybe? 128.9. 128.99. Oh, that's perfect. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and set the payload. That is good there. All right. So let's go ahead and make sure we got our fuel 10.2. We got 10.2. That is looking all good, ladies and gentlemen. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on as well. And you'll see it right now. All right, let's go ahead and look at it. So this is my route. All right, so we got San Francisco, Seagull 1, Young, LAX, Comics 2 into San Diego, flight level 350 to cruise, squawking 3241, and cleared Seagull 1 departure, Young transition, climb via the 6 at maintain 10,000. Perfect, it's already set. And expect 350 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 1351. Expect 1 left for departure. And we'll contact them for push. Okay, we got 1 left for departure. Don't leave without me. TSA has long lines. All right, Chris. Yeah, it's true with the shutdown. There's definitely some long, what's it called? Some long, TSA lines. We'll be boarding probably in like 5 minutes. All right, Chris. So try to get past those TSA lines if you can. You should have bought TSA pre. All right, let's go ahead and come back. We'll go to system. We'll go to sim objects. We'll go to ground support. And we'll go disconnect the fueler. He's done. No, dude, this yeah, I'm leaving on time at 7:15. So if they're not on here at 7:15, then that's it. All right. Anyway, ground proximity is checked. All right, so speed brakes are up. Plus slats gauge 0. That is good there. Matches what we have here. And flap relief light extinguished. And ACAR's FFC has been initialized. Boarded fuel verification and entry. Okay, everything is like all good there. All right, perfect. And let's go ahead and start with this. We'll get the squibs checked. And we're going to get the fire test here. That's good there. That's good. We'll test here. That's good. No weather radar, so we can't test that. Or it's a here, but we can't really... I think you can really test. I don't think there's a test button on this old one. We'll go ahead. Oop. No. Okay. Yeah, hit test. 3, 2, 1, 4.
TCAS system test okay.
All right, TCAS system test okay. Sounds good to me. And I have the... I'm pilot flying today, so we'll go ahead and switch over so I can have the engine gauges on my side. And I'll get VHF1 over here, VHF2 over there. That's looking all good. All right, how about we start loading the flight plan? Let me go ahead and zoom in here for you guys, and we'll start loading in the flight plan. So we'll go to route here. We'll go ahead and put in San Francisco. And we got case San Diego down here. We'll go ahead and request our flight plan. I'm ready to go over here at SJC, so how much longer do you have? Like I said, we're departing at 7:15, man. Alright, we'll go ahead and load. Alright, we'll activate that, we'll execute that, and we are United 2633. Put that up here. And we're going to be departing off one-way 1 left, they said, so we'll put that here. And we'll go ahead and go to departures, arrivals, departures. We're going to be going off of this Seagull 1 departure, Young transition. We'll execute that. And we'll go to departures, arrivals, and it's going to be the Comics 2, LAX transition. And we're actually going to be doing the RNAV. So let me go ahead and pull up the RNAVs. See what RNAV Zilla will give us. Decision altitude is 743, 743. 630. RP1. Yeah, we're gonna do the RNAV Zulu. So let's go ahead and go next. RNAV Zulu. And we'll do it off of the Lindy transition. Actually, I lied. Hold on. Erase. Hold on. We'll do Comics 2, LAX, next page, RNAV Zulu. We'll do Cloman actually. Cloman, execute route, legs page, kind of make sure everything is good, which it looks like it is. We'll connect Cloman together here. There we go. Okay, that looks good. We'll go ahead and go to perf. We'll load up our perf. So according to our flight plan today, let me scroll up here. 128.9 is going to be 0 fuel weight, 128.9 here. And reserves today is going to be 2.9. Our cost index for today is going to be 20. Execute that. Our cruise wind today is going to be, let me see, 257 at 5.3. 257 at 5.3. Perfect. And the temperature up there is going to be minus 51. Oops. Minus 51 down to here. And we'll go ahead and execute that. Perfect. All right, let me go ahead and try the perf on here. So let me go back menu, or sim menu, menu performance. Let's go to, what would that be? Performance and payload. Okay, complete. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and go to KSFO. San Francisco. We're going off of runway 1 left. Conditions is wet. Flight config. I don't like this. It's not giving me like, it's too bulky. I hate this EFB. All right, never mind. I'll do it myself. Hold on. It's in the flight plan down here. I just gotta scroll down. Takeoff data. But it has this on. Ooh. This is on 28 left. Whatever. We'll go ahead and do N1. We'll do a full toga takeoff in wet conditions. We'll go ahead and put that in here. And we'll do 129, 131, 143. Go next page. Engine out, or accel height 800. Reduction 800. Engine out, accel height 800. Perfect. We'll go back for the cost, or the nope, back for this weight and balance. It's at 25. Let's just call it. Okay, so route, we'll go legs. Actually, route data, request the winds. All right, let's see. I'll live in flight. Watch me in Discord, Unc. I'm not gonna watch you in Discord. I'm streaming here, so I will not watch you in Discord right now. All right, we'll go ahead and execute here. Yo, what's up, Captain Gator? How you doing, man? Welcome aboard. All right, we'll go to descent, or the VNAV page, I should say, over here, and we'll go to descent. We'll request the forecast winds for descent. All right, they're ready. Let's go ahead and load them. We'll go ahead and execute that. Perfect. And that is looking all good. Let's go ahead and start the boarding process, as we didn't do that yet. We'll go ahead and request boarding. All right, that is looking all good. We'll go ahead and go to ident. We'll go to position. Okay, we'll kind of run through this here just to make sure everything is all good. We're at San Francisco. Our route today is San Francisco, San Diego. We're United 2633, departing off of runway 1 left. We'll go to next page here. We're off the Seagull 1 to Young. and then it's going to be LAX. Dude, why is it on my other speaker? I don't get that. I don't know why it's on my other speaker. That's so weird. Anyway, Seagull 1, young transition. Let's see if I can- Anyway, sorry. Seagull 1, Young, LAX, and then Comex 2. And then from Cloman, we're going to do the RNAV, Zulu, runway 27. That's all good there. We got flaps 5 for departure today. It's going to be 93.2 on the takeoff thrust, 129, 131, and 143 on there. All right. We can go ahead and kind of do a little bit of a departure brief here. Let me go ahead and set it up for you guys. I'm gonna be out in real life tomorrow. Any ideas for a 6 to 8 hour flight while I'm gone? I'd say anything across the pond if you want to do a long haul. Anything from the east coast of the United States to the west coast of Europe. All right, we'll go ahead and get set up for the brief. Let me pull up the charts here for you. In my other window, so I can just pull it over. All right, here we are. So basically we're on the Seagull. Actually, I should go back. Let me go back. First, let me pin this. We'll go to airport. So we're here at the Echo gates. We're going ahead and push back onto Alpha. We're going to probably take one left via Alpha, Mike 1, and we'll depart runway 1 left. There's some hotspots over here. That basically is just talking about how it's easy to get confused with so many taxiways here. So we'll go ahead and make sure our heads are up when we're taxiing, especially in this corner right here, making sure we're continuing on Alpha, not accidentally going to Bravo or anything like that. For our departure today, on takeoff roll, anything below 100 knots, we'll go ahead and reject. Anything above 100 knots would be below V1. We'll reject for fire, failure, fear, or shear. Anything at V1 or above, we'll go ahead and take it up in the air and come back to San Francisco if there is an issue. We have no takeoff alternates. Off of runway 1 left, we're going to climb the heading of 114. We'll go ahead and set that in the MCP here. 114 to 513 feet, and then left turn direct to Speedy, and then left to Whammy, and then on track. So basically it looks like this. We'll go out and go out to Speedy. We'll hook a left out to Whammy, hook another left down here to Seagull at or above 6,000. Cypress. Actually, let me see. Yeah, Seagull. Okay, Seagull at or above 16,000. Cypress at or below flight level 220, and then out to Young, and then we'll continue down southbound on our departure today. So I'll be the pilot flying. You guys will be the pilot monitoring. If you guys see anything, do let me know. If there's any issues, let me know in the chat. I'll be making sure to read the chat while we get out of here. Just kind of make sure I'm doing everything correctly and I'm not missing anything. Any questions on the brief? We'll go ahead and also, by the way, put in our V2 speed of 143. And let's set up our NADP departure procedure. So we'll go ahead and go to approach, and we'll pull up a VREF 40 plus 70 is 205. So we'll go to descent here, 205, 3,000 feet above AFE is going to be 3020. And then we're going to excel out of that at 250 knots. We'll go ahead and target that after that. Perfect. All right, so FMC is all set up. That is looking all good to go. Passengers are boarding. Let's go ahead and kind of make sure I got everything else. So ATC clearance is obtained. US UAL call sign is checked. Pilot and flight time briefings are complete. Flight checklist we shall do right now. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and do the pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist, pilot and flight time briefings are complete. Flight deck windows are closed and locked. United call sign is checked. Oxygen is checked at 100%. Iris mode selectors are nav. Window heat is should be on. It is on. Okay. Position set. All throttle is armed. We'll go ahead and actually set that. We'll set up the circuit breaker, or not circuit breakers, flight directors as well, and arm VNav, LNav. altimeters and flight instruments are set. That's looking good. Speed brake lever is down detent. Parking brake is set, normal pressure. Engine start levers are cut off, and MRD is checked and on board. Perfect. And let's see what else we got here. I think that is pretty much all good to go. Let's see how we're doing on the boarding process here. I would do Phoenix to London Heathrow in a Speedbird 350, but my FPS will die and the game will probably crash. Yeah. Plus, it's a really, really long haul. I'm telling you, just do a nice, short, you know, across the pond type of flight. All right, Chris, we're boarding right now, man. Hopefully you're boarding on the plane. We're about to leave. Is there an FO and a captain upgrade system in VUAL? No, but I personally do it like as a nerdy thing by myself. But they don't have it. You could, it doesn't matter. You could be a captain for all you want. But for me personally, I do a FO/captain upgrade system on my own with my own like hour requirements, if you will. Oh, you used to do the same, Gordo? Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's fun that way. I feel like, you know, it's fun to put yourself in the right seat and fly like a little differently, if you know what I mean. Like fly at a different angle, and like work towards flying in the left seat. I don't know. It's just something that I personally do. I know not a lot of people want to do that too. I have a 4070 Super X3D 64 gigs RAM. Still can't really. I wonder why. I mean, I guess a 4070 Super. I would. I don't know, because I basically have a 4070 Ti Super or something like that. Because I have a 7900 XT, exclamation point specs if you want to know my specs. And I feel like I never have those issues. I haven't flown the A350 in a while, but I feel like it hasn't really given me that many issues as far as frames go for some reason. You wish you got the window seat when you flew on the Max? Yeah, dude, the window seat's amazing. I got the window seat on a flight back from Boston to LAX in the Max 9. And I was like way in the back though. I wasn't in the front like this. Looks like there's still loaded bags down there. And we got 74 out of 141 on board right now. Yeah, I gotta get that lag because... Yeah, I gotta get the lag because any airport in the Phoenix, my game freezes. And when I'm on the ground, if I go external view, it gets really laggy. Interesting. Captain Gator, that is really weird. I would check the community folder. Maybe there's something that's like bugged or something that's bogging the performance. I would take out everything in the community folder and slowly put back everything. I know it's tedious, like really tedious to do that, but it's worth it if you could find the issue. Which legacy carrier would you work for if you could? Honestly, United. United, just because I love their fleet. Personally. Fixing your start stream? Alright, Chris, dude, sounds good, man. We're boarding, so hopefully you're on the plane as well. I got like 27F or 37F both times on Alaska Max 9 LAX to Dulles and Dulles back to LAX. Nice. Ooh, guys, look at this 777 right here. Let me look on my iPad to see where he's going real quick. It's a 777-200. Ooh, he's doing a little domestic hop. He's doing the San Francisco to Houston right now in the triple. Nice. In the lavatory, I had Taco Bell for dinner. Uh-oh. That's funny. Honestly, it's windy down here in SoCal. SNA Aviation could attest to that. It's getting windy down here. It's getting colder, I should say. So it's definitely getting to some fall vibes, which is well appreciated here in SoCal, because last week it was like 80 degrees and it was like already fall. I'm like, that should be illegal to be 80 degrees in fall. So this stream, it's cloudy. It's finally cold. Got good vibes. We're flying in the rain. I went ahead and went to Starbucks and got myself a pumpkin spice latte. Could it be your GPU? Possibly. Make sure your make sure your what's it called? Your drivers are up to date. If you saw something, just ignore it. Uh-oh. Is the lavatory in op now? Yeah, I mean, 50 savers would definitely help. It wouldn't be worse. Bro, no way ADF and clear skies are perfect weather. No, not for fall. Yeah, SNA Aviation, it's going to be raining. And when I work at John Wayne tomorrow, it's going to be raining all day. So, can't wait for that. I'm going to be working outside in the rain. That's going to be miserable. But I don't even have any rain gear. I forgot to order my rain gear. Now I don't have rain gear, so I might just get soaked tomorrow. But, oh well. It'd be like that. Yellow tape around the door. That's one thing I haven't updated in a month because my FS wouldn't work with the new drivers. Yeah, definitely check for new ones. Since I run cross country running at my school, I hate the hot weather, so it would be a nice change. Yeah. Yeah, dude. People are like, oh yeah, 80 degrees is nice. Like, trust me. Like, for me, when it's fall, like, I want to feel like it's fall. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do, SNA. Yeah, I do. I want to feel like it's fall. Like, I don't want to feel 80 degrees. It's hard to get into the holiday mood when it's 80 degrees outside. Like, when it's 80 degrees on Christmas, it makes me upset. It does, I'll be honest. It makes me really upset. Alright, let's go ahead and get the APU started. They're done, usually at this time when they're done loading the bags, they'll come over here and ask the pilots if they're able to disconnect the ground power and AC. So we'll go ahead and start the APU. Yeah, that's true, Gordo. Just gotta do a simple flight in the Phoenix, DCA to Atlanta. Ooh, that'll be a fun one. Alright, let's go ahead and monitor monitor 133.95 because they're going to be doing the I'm going to contact him for my push. 133.95.
Thanks for the ATC tonight.
Let me know if you guys can or cannot hear the ATC audio. I should do Delta Ops in 321? You do hear it? Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and start up the APU.
South 90, clear direct foil. Delta foil Southwest 980. Delta 2000, connect Oakland Center 132.2, good night.
132.2, have a nice night, Delta 2000.
NorCal departure, good day, Nomadic 88, 2000, climb via.
Nomadic 88, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 190.
Climb maintain 190, Nomadic 88.
Nomadic 88, turn right, direct Susie.
Right turn, direct Susie, Nomadic 88.
Alright, boarding is complete. We'll go ahead and come up to the front here. And we'll do the before push flow. So we're going to get the hydraulic pumps on. Wait for the doors to be closed. We'll go ahead and get that on. Wait for this. Actually, let me just do this now. Let's go ahead and come over here. Go to system page. We'll go to ground support. And we'll go ahead and disconnect it all. Set. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and get the packs on. And we'll close the doors. Go ahead and close that door. Or prepare for pushback and departure.
South 90, connect Oakland Center 132.2.
Alright, ready for our doors are closed, which they are.
Nomadic 88, connect Oakland Center 132.2, good night.
3220, Nomadic 88, thanks, man. Ooh!
Alright, before push checklist, seatbelt signs are on. Fuel planned gate is 10-2. Got 10-2 on board. Fuel pumps are on. Cross feed is closed. Hydraulic pumps are on. Doors are closed.
Look at departure, good afternoon.
Before push checklist complete.
With you, 2000.
UPS 315, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb, maintain, flight level 190.
I maintain 190, UPS 315 Heavy.
NorCal departure United 2633 out on the ground at San Francisco. Crest push.
Yeah, 2633, push. Stay your gate.
We're at Echo 11.
Roger, push on to Alpha's approved, call for taxi.
Push Alpha approve, and we'll call for taxi. United 2633. All right.
UPS 512, Romeo 1 left, line up away.
Go ahead and get the anti-collision light on. That is looking all good there.
United 512, Romeo 1 left, line up away.
Anti-collision light is on. We got our clearance light. We'll turn on the stereo light
UPS
if we had one, but
315,
we
turn
don't.
left, direct KX.
Direct KX, UPS 315
And
Heavy.
cockpit to ground. We're clear to push. Nose to the left, tail to the right, and onto Alpha.
American 1442, can I
All right, you guys ready for the brakes?
127.2.
Yes, sir. All right, brakes released, clear to push.
127.2,
All right, copy that, copy.
127.2,
Brakes released, clear to push. All right, here we go. I'm in a Delta 319 right now. Nice. And now time to see what approach has the lowest minimum. This is weather is disgusting. Once we get down to San Diego, I don't think it's going to be as bad. I think it's only bad up here from what I saw. Let's go ahead and turn down these LCD screens. Too bright, too bright. And you guys are clear to start engines. Copy that, clear to start engines. All right, let's go ahead and start. Paxov APU bleed is on. Engine start
Allegiance
is to
456,
ground.
stand by.
And start number 2.
Allegiance 456, no flight plan on file.
Crescent 2 is verified. N1 rotation is verified. Ready for 25. This is definitely not the push I wanted. What the hell did they do? That's the push that they gave me?
Got a 512, heavy,
we'll go
runway 1
ahead
left,
and
clear
go
for
to idle.
takeoff.
1 left, clear for takeoff, United 512 heavy.
Got a 315, can I dip 1 center, 132.2.
Weather for me in 2020 is a lot different than it is for you right now? Really?
UPS 315, can I dip 1 center, 132.2.
That's your super UPS 315 Heavy, so on.
Bye.
All right.
NorCal approach, good evening, United 373 Heavy, descending Pirate 3, direct Pirate 11,000.
Yeah, to 373 NorCal approach.
We're
San
going to get
Francisco,
that to
altimeter
continuous. We'll go ahead and
205.6,
start
expect
number
ILS to
1.
left.
Expect ILS 28 left, United 373.
Go ahead and give them a flash so they can know that they're clear. Oh, actually, never mind. We have to wait.
Heavy, 19,000, descending 17,000.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to look in Discord because
Yeah,
take off with
13
now.
NorCal approach. San Francisco, altimeter 295.6, expect ILS to left.
Do you think could be my VRAM? I think. Oh yeah, it could be. VRAM is definitely a big thing in the
13
set,
expect ILS to right.
especially in 2024. That's why I have an AMD card because AMD cards have way more VRAM.
Got a 512 radar contact. Say altitude.
Passing through 1,600, United 512.
Exclamation point specs.
Got a
Captain.
512. Climb maintain level 190. Change to my frequency 135.1.
1351 up to 190, United 512.
I guess it doesn't say. Wait, no, it does. 32 gigabytes of
Engine
DDR5
456, Roger,
VRAM.
stand by.
Actually, no, I lied. Not 32. Look up the 7900 XT. That's just my normal RAM. Look up the 7900 XT. I don't know on the top of my head. I think it's like 20 something if I remember right. All right, we got proper one more time. That is looking good. We'll go ahead and get the taxi light on. We'll get the generators on. And we'll get the APU, or the engine bleeds on, packs back to on. Anti-ice is off, trim air. Trim air switch. Could be on. Trying to look right here. And all right, let's go ahead and turn off the APU. That's looking all good. Flaps 5. Shout out Boris. Boris did the sound pack in the 737 MAX if you didn't know.
Climb maintains level 190.
Up to 190, Central Station 5, pit 4.
Yeah, I did 512, turn left, direct KX, kind of Oakland Center, 132.2, good night.
Left direct KX and over to Oakland Center.
All right, flat 5 can confirm. Let's go ahead and run the Astro Star checklist.
Yeah, I did 13.08, reduced speed to 250 knots.
After start checklist, generators on, probe heat is on, anti-ice is off, recall is checked, auto brakes RTO, flight control is checked. All right, that is all good. NorCal departure, United 2633. Looks like they did not push me correctly, just kind of pushed me out straight out, but I could whip a left turn here, and we're ready to taxi one left.
Verify squawk normal.
I should be. Let's see.
Okay, good evening, Southwest 3506 with Yankee descending via Silicon 6. Would like to know a runway condition.
As in which runway you're going to get, or?
Negative. If it's dry, wet, what's going on? I know we're doing 30 left.
Yeah, you can expect the ILS 30 left. The runway is grooved, so slippery when wet is what it says. Condition codes 5/5/5. Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, that's what I have. So
yeah, 5080 will be expensive right now, but hopefully
it's been raining out my window the entire day. So yep, that would track.
Hopefully Christmas the prices will
I'm
come down.
actually in San Jose, so it is raining. I just wanted to see what you're showing, what is shown here. Then.
Okay, well, what's showing here is what's showing on the real world weather. So, I mean, that's all I got too.
All right, sounds good. 30 left it is.
And yeah, 2633. Sorry, it was set to auto instead of on.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you. Stand by for your code here. Actually, contact ground on 121.8. They'll be able to get you going.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and contact ground 121.8. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Departure Southwest 1555, climbing to 4000.
San Francisco ground, United 2633, pushed out at Echo 11, taxi out 21 left.
2633 state push back is done, or request taxiing, or request push back?
We pushed out, ground crew didn't exactly turn us in the right direction, but we'll flip a left-hand turn over here, but we're ready for taxi.
2633, you can actually make a right turn here, Tango and a Bravo for runway 1 left. For Bravo.
Right on Tango, and then Bravo to runway 1 left for United 2633.
Hey, 2633, squawk code is supposed to be 3241. You're squawking 3214 at this moment. Right one, 3241.
3241, United 2633, my fault. Alright, time to whip a right-hand turn over here again. Are you on Oakland Center right now? Alright, this is Bravo here. We'll go ahead and make a left or right hand turn onto Bravo. I was hoping Mike could stream down in San Diego so we could go ahead and talk to him once we're on the ground, but I guess he's not. Alright. So before takeoff flow, we'll go ahead and make sure the shoulder harness is on. Flight weight manifest has been reviewed. A-car takeoff data has been reviewed. FMC has been verified. Flaps are set. Trim is set. MCP is set. Weather radar mode is off since we don't have one. And we'll go ahead. Ooh, Jesus Christ, man. We'll go ahead and do a before takeoff checklist. Final weights. It is checked. Speeds are checked. Flaps 5, indicated 5, and a green light. Thrust is 91.4. Trim is set. Runway 1 left. Seagull 1, and then Young. MCP is also set. Final items, EFB is in airplane mode. Departure announcement is not complete. Let's go ahead and make one. Flight attendants, please be seated for departure. Perfect. Alright, takeoff configuration warning horn is checked. Engine bleeds is on. Paxer auto pressurization is set. Recall is checked. And transponder is TARA. What's up, Mozart Pilot? Good to see you on stream. Hey, appreciate it, Mozart Pilot. Welcome aboard, man. Thank you so much. Dude, Dan shoot. I know. Nice taxi. I'm too busy reading checklists, man. Just flew from Detroit to ORH.
United 2673 monitor tower. Actually, can monitor normal cat departure frequency.
Monitor departure for United 2633.
700 Brown Packer 750 with that.
46 ready taxi, Doctor.
The one time I'm happy to be on Uticom. Worcester, Maine, or Massachusetts earlier, and now this. Hey, there you go. Now you're getting some real flying in.
Allegiance 456, runway 29er left. 29er right, taxi via Bravo. 10 right via Bravo, Allegiance 456.
Alright, here we go. Mike 1 here.
Guided 1308, turn right heading to, correction, 080. Descend and maintain 4000, back here to the final. Right turn 080 down to 4000. Guided 373, heavy, turn left heading 250, join the runway 2 head left localizer.
Left 250, join 28 left, localizer United 373.
Alright, all that is all good. Let's go ahead and go to the next page here. Final items, EFB is all set, departure mass is complete, transponders, TRA starts continuous. Air conditioning pressure relation is set, recall is set, or recall is checked. Forward takeoff checklist is complete.
At 373, you can resume normal speed.
Normal speed, United 373.
One way vacation, we got one way, one left is accomplished, one aircraft across the whole trip plane, logo
Turn
light,
left heading
strobe,
250,
wing
maintain
lights,
3000
check,
till
when takeoff
established,
clearance is
clear LS
received, verify, parking brake is released, thrust levers are advanced.
250 on the heading, 3000 till established, cleared 28 left, United 373.
Alright. And yeah, 2633 ready to go here, one left.
Yeah, 2633, runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff.
One left clear for takeoff, United 2633.
Yeah, to 1308, turn left heading 310, join the runway to right localizer. Left turn 310, join to right localizer.
Is there a way to do the headphones on the Phoenix A320? Nah, no, I don't think so. Jam stream win? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, at 13, reduce speed at 210 knots. Someone 210 knots, that's correct.
Alright, here we go, guys. Ready? If you're a member, we got a toga emoji. Go ahead and use the toga emoji in the chat. If you guys haven't already, make sure that like button and that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1.5k subscribers. Let's go. 40% N1. Check thrust. Toga. Thrust set. 91.4.
V1.
Rotate. We have the toga emoji at
At
the moment.
373, maintain 180 knots or greater until a 5 mile final.
Positive rate of climb,
180
gear
or
up.
greater until 5 mile final, United 373.
Yeah, at 13, reduce speed to 180. 180, not 1308. At 1308, 15 miles to the San Francisco Airport, you're cleared ILS, runway 28, right approach.
Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Workout approach back to 750 short, 3 great, Echo.
And we'll get
Echo
autopilot on.
750, roger, runway 28, right at Echo, cleared for takeoff.
They're right at Echo, takeoff, Echo.
Norcal departure United 2633, climbing out of 4,200.
At 2633, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 190.
Climb maintain, flight level 190, United 2633. Alright, flight level 190 is set in the MCP. Alright, flaps up after takeoff checklist. At takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, gear is up, flaps up and lights out, and auto brake is off.
Number 901818 Charlie, NorCal departure. Verify heading 315.
NorCal departure, Southwest 327 through 2000.
6-7. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button.
Number
Make sure you hit that
90118
subscribe button. Really do
Charlie,
appreciate you
VFR
guys
or
being
IFR?
here.
I'm trying to go IFR.
Oh, you are VFR?
No, I'm IFR at the moment.
Number United 373, runway 28 left, third land.
Clear to land 28 left, United 373.
United 1308, runway 28 right, cleared to land.
Clear right, clear to land after 08.
Ready to go, sorry.
NorCal Air Canada 738, descending via the Bodega 4.
Alright, passing 10,000 feet.
NorCal approach back at 750 out of 43 ounces now.
Pack code 750, radar contact, climb, maintain, level 190.
110, back at 750.
That is 2633, clear direct, Seagull. United 1308 heavy, runway 28, correction right, 2 right, clear to land.
Clear right, clear to land, United 1308.
Southwest 3506, NorCal.
I was about to call you, yes. On the go around 3000, runway heading 306.
South 3506, turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180, Southwest 3506.
Number 90118 Charlie, climb, maintain 5000.
Climb and maintain 5,000 is what he tells me.
Approach American 2410. Southwest 3506.
Southwest 377, cleared direct, Susie, climb, maintain, level 190. South 327, clear direct, Susie, climb, maintain, level 190.
Direct Susie, climb 190 for Southwest 327.
Alright.
Number 90118
I need to try to get higher.
Charlie,
You stopped me on 50190.
NorCal departure, repeat transmission, please.
Pack code 750, clear direct,
Bro,
foil.
LA Center got offline? Come on.
Pack code 750, clear direct, foil.
Direct foil, pocket 7.
South 327, clear direct, Susie.
Clear direct Susie for 327. I got a little glitch here. I'm trying to get this thing taken care of.
United 2633,
There we
connect
go.
Discipline Center 132.2.
132.2, have it go on. United 2633.
United 1308, cross runway 1, correction, cross runway 2 at left at Tango,
132.2.
taxi, correction, connect ground, point 8 on the other side. Clear left at Tango, ground, other side, 960. Southwest 3506, climb, maintain 5000.
Climb, maintain 5000, 3506.
Pack code 750.
Alright, we'll wait. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Really do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys very, very much. We've got plenty of ATC here in Oakland Center. Unfortunately, LA Center got offline for some reason. Oakland Center, United 2633, flight level 190.
No Atlantic 88, free exchange, approved, good night.
2280,
I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have it on Steam.
United 2663, open sign tape off 350.
Clementine 350, United 2633. Alright, 350. We're going to do a level change.
Oakland Center, packet 750 with you.
Go back.
15 minutes for
Doug, Ellie Center has been off for like an hour. You just realized? Damn, dude. I want him to be on. Usually Ellie Center is on more than Oakland Center.
Flight level. Amend altitude, maintain 17,000 for traffic.
Alright guys, let's go ahead, come here, back, panel style, miscellaneous, down. Get some headphone simulation
FedEx
going on.
329 for traffic, descend and maintain level 350.
And we'll go ahead and lower the volume on VPilot. Alright guys. I just used level change to get it started, but now I'm on VNAV path, or VNAV speed. Also, I should be doing this. Get rid of the 250.
Okay, Alaska 278, climb tape level 390.
Above 18,000, you go ahead and get the wing light off. Get the logo lights off. You go ahead and get this back to off, and get these lights off as well.
Oakland Center, Horizon 2089, 14, ready to go.
Back goes 150.
Alright, there we go. Look at that. A little sunset over the rain and clouds.
Right, heading 220 for sequencing.
Okay, right 190 and then heading 220 back.
Switch to standard? I am on standard. This needs to be standard, but these two are standard. Alright, shall we take a look at that Aerosoft development video? So I know a lot of people when the, what's it called?
Oakland Center, Horizon 2089, I don't know if I got stepped on.
When the inibuilds A340 came out, everybody was like, oh, they should do an A340-600, somebody should do the A340-600. If you guys forgot, back in Flight Sim Expo, Aerosoft and Tolis announced a partnership that they were going to do the A350-600 together, and just 3 days ago they posted this video. I saw it, I was going to watch it on my own, but I wanted to watch it on the stream with you guys, so let's go ahead and take a listen. Let me know if you guys can't watch or can't see the did I say A350? I meant A340. Let me know if you guys can't hear the video.
And then expect radar vectors. You're not going to Rosa at all. That's how it's coded, but you actually never touch Rosa.
I'm glad to hear that. So I'll expect radar vectors when we get off the ground. Horizon 2089.
Yep.
Can't hear it? Alright, hold on. Can you not?
Yeah, if I saw freak change approved.
Weird.
We'll see.
Bro, what?
Center, FedEx 349 back with you.
Son of a gun.
Roger.
Hold on.
Aerosoft.
Okay, now you can watch it, but you can't listen to ATC. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do this for now until...
And yeah, we are doing it not alone. We are doing it together with our friends from Tolis. And with me is today the founder, the mastermind, and yeah, the man behind Tolis, Torsten. So hello, Torsten. How are you?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. Nice to have you here. So for those people who are wondering, okay, I'm flying MSFS only since now 4 years or 5 years at least. And I wonder, Tolis? What is Tolis? Never heard of that. Tolis comes from a complete and different simulator platform, which is called X-Plane. And maybe Torsten, you can tell us a little bit more about, let's say, the story behind Tolis and what are you guys known for?
Yeah, so Tolis, the story itself actually started 20 years ago.
All right, yeah.
Actually working at Airbus, so that was a freeware project. People who have been in the community that was our start. But turns out I didn't let it go. It continued by the time.
Okay, I don't want a history lesson of Tolis. Where's A340?
So 2 weeks after our release of the
California has so many airports they have. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of airports.
Globally were put on furlough and were at home, wondering what to do with their lives. and a lot of them picked up our copy as
Yep.
Of course, also. Yeah, beside of that, there's no one near you who's able to have this high detail of level. And talking about maybe sweeping a little bit into the direction of the MSFS world, making deep dive into the systems. I mean, of course, it's an Airbus simulation what you do, guys, but it's not an Airbus simulation only. There's a lot of more things. I mean, if you go on your website, you see things like failure, CDPLC. So a lot of, let's say, words. Maybe can you guide us a little bit through the, let's say, main, let's say, core or specific functions which are going beyond a flight from A to B, which are also to be expected to come into the MSFS?
Yeah, okay, so one of the focuses that I always had, because my background is aircraft systems engineer, is that I want the systems of the aircraft, everything that happens behind the scenes, what the pilots don't necessarily
Sounds like
see.
you.
There was a bit of
where is...
Because we have this backbone of like a system where like your hydraulics, actually the actuators, they consume hydraulic fluid, and how much fluid they consume depends on how the surfaces move. If you extend the landing gear, you actually draw the hydraulic flow out of the reservoir through the pump in order to extend the gear and all those things. And this allows us to simulate failures to a really high level, because if I now say, okay, I failed this pump, the entire system behind it is already designed such that the ripple effects of failing a pump are straight away there. I don't need to say, okay, if I fail this pump, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. No, the system is simulated in a way that I just need to fail the pump, and all the add-on effects are there just based on the fact how it is simulated. And that makes it relatively easy for us to then get the right effects and to implement a large number of failures without having to go through all these if-then chains, because these if-then chains are very susceptible to error. You miss something and then it doesn't work as it should, etc. So by simulating the systems, we really achieve an overall good accuracy of what happens, if I do this scenarios. So we have about 200, 250 failures that you'll be able to inject on the 340-600 throughout all systems, be it engine, hydraulics, navigation, flight controls, electrics, air conditioning, you name it. It's probably gonna be that.
Okay, so just to conclude a little bit, so the aircraft is, let's say, breathing or living, let's say, as the real one, and everything is connected to the systems, to the actuators, as you said already. So yeah, you have a full simulation behind, let's see, the screen. Let's see what the people at the end see, what the pilot at the end sees. I mean, in the best case, he has never a failure, so he doesn't care about all of that. Yeah, but it's all simulated in the background, right?
Correct. So if you move your side stake, we actually calculate, okay, the valve, like you move your side stake left, you want to raise the left aileron, then we have the actuator model, so the valve in the actuator is going to move virtually, directing the fluid into the chamber, then the chamber fills up, increases the pressure, and the aileron goes up. So all those things happen at every frame behind the scene.
I mean, I guess that's good that Tolis wants to go into this detail. I'm just worried about how much Aerosoft is going to go into this plane.
Okay. So I mean, that's probably gonna make many people outside there very happy, because I know that a lot of our customers and in the flight sim community at all, people are who really, let's say, into the hobby. I would call them flight simulation nerds, which I belong also to. And we like it if, I mean, there is not only a nice visual, if there is something in the background happening or actually happening with the aircraft, and system-wise in this case. And yeah, for those people who like to fly or train at least some failures, I mean, that's the way to go you could do. That's nice. So that's on the, let's say, system-wise, failure-wise. There are a lot of other features, like I mean, I can read it down here, but it's like hydraulic system that belongs to that, but like a specific engine model. Maybe we can go also through a little bit to the flight model.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm jumping a little bit, but I mean, we could go through that, because many people flying in the X-plane, the A340-600 from Tolis, love the behavior like the aircraft behaves in the air, like the flight model. How it's going to be able that this same experience is going to be in the MSFS world as well?
Yeah, so this was actually something new that we had to do for this project, and most people don't know, but this collaboration has actually been going on for 2 years in the meanwhile. And what we started with, the very first thing, was wondering exactly about that question: how do I make the flight model that I'm used to and X-plane work in MSFS? And the very initial approach was I looked at, okay, how does MSFS define flight model, etc. And I noticed very quickly that, for example, the A340-600 has 2 pairs of ailerons, and MSFS I can only define 1 pair of ailerons. So there was already a point where I thought like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And ultimately we had to make the decision, okay, I can spend now months trying to make the MSFS model work to my liking, or we can take a totally different route. We simply design our own model. This is the area where I did my PhD in, so I do believe I know how to design a flight model. And so that's where we started. And we actually, because a flight model is not just the aerodynamic model, there's more things too. There's the entire kinematics coupling with the weights, how do you define your rotational inertias, and the big one is the ground model. And with many flight simulators, the ground model is actually almost more difficult to do than the flight model, because there you're starting to talk about friction, and friction in a real-time simulation is really difficult to handle, because when you have a piece of rubber lying on your desk and you start pulling with small forces, it doesn't move at all, and then suddenly it starts moving. It's what's in math is called a discontinuity, and discontinuities are really hard to manage. So that's why for the ground model, we ended up pairing up with McGill. That's a university here now in my hometown, Montreal. And we got a student from McGill who was supervised by me and the person who back in the day supervised my PhD. So we developed with him together the
Dude has a
model,
PhD.
and like that I could focus on the aerodynamics model. Jacob from McGill, he was doing the ground model. And we already had an engine model from 3 years ago, because when X-Plane came out from 11 to 12, I didn't want to retune all the engines because they did changes to their engine model, and then I always have to catch mine up again. So we already decided at that time to do our own engine model. So we have our own engine model, we have our own flight model, and we have our own ground model that we did with McGill. And now we integrated all of this and we moved this over, and we will be using this with the Aerosoft 340-600. And what I really like is actually that when I use the X-Plane flight model, or if I use my own custom model, the tuning of the fly-by-wire system hardly changed. So that means the two flight models are actually very close to each other, because if the X-Plane and my own model gave two completely separate behaviors, then I would have had to retune all the fly-by-wire gains in the control loop. And I didn't have to do that. There were some small adaptations, but not much. So that means the model actually matches what we wanted it to become very closely.
So maybe some potential high thesis, but I mean, I know that there are a lot of people who say, look, MSFS looks beautiful, it's good, yeah, but the flight model is and will be always the best in X-Plane. Are you the first one who brings the X-Plane flight model into the MSFS world?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to say it like that, because then the people at Laminar Research will be very upset. Just to make it clear, it is our own model, and it just happened to behave similarly to the X-Plane model. The development was done completely independent. I did not at any point in time actually cross-check how does X-Plane do it, and I do the same. I really took the theory, I plugged into the thing, and turns out the two behave very similarly, which is basically in the scientific world, you would say we validated the X-Plane model using our own. So, but yeah, so we are bringing this type of flight model with two different
X-Plane 11 back in the days, and then MSFS camera suddenly around the corner, and then I changed completely to MSFS world. So finally, very looking forward to have at least, I mean, the system wise and the flight model wise, what we are talking about, similar, let's say this way, to what we have in X-Plane, which is really great news. So very looking forward to it. So for the pilots who are used to fly your aircraft, they will
has me fixing to crash out and delete it. What happened, Chris?
Version in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But talking about new versions, I mean, you always said at Tolis, you never forgot the X-Plane community. Will they also get some benefit out of the, let's say, MSFS transfer?
For sure. Anything we develop, we try to always bring back. At the moment, there are certain things we are developing for the MSFS side, which I do not yet want to talk about, because it's supposed to be on the release. People see that we've done that. And of course, that will then make it back into the X-Plane world as far as applicable. With regards to the flight model, we've actually...
They won't push me back, chalk to remove, they tell me to release parking brake and nothing. I tried to release parking brake, set it again, and then release it again. I don't know.
4600 pilots. they didn't know actually why I was doing this. You know, I was just telling them, hey guys, I have this here, can you install that and tell me what you think? Now they know what it's for. But so like that, the model itself has actually already been validated by real life pilots in the Explain world. And at the
They're
moment,
ruining my
I'm still wondering
streams.
if there would be a way
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
making this model accessible to the general public too, like to our other customers. I'm not 100% convinced that it would be of great benefit though, because as we say, the Explain model is already very good. It's very close. So this is something we're still debating internally, and also we would have to, at the moment the model works only for the 340-600, we would have to expand it to our entire product line for that to be something that we would be looking to.
Okay. Yeah, you said it already sometimes, the A340 Aerosoft Pro version, which you are, let's say, the system administrator in the background. Maybe can you explain what is from Aerosoft side and what comes from Tolis? Not to go too deep into details, but I mean, you can spread it really easily, right? So maybe you can go through that a little bit.
Yeah, that's gonna be I think it's a very clear cut. So everything with respect to flight physics and system behavior, so everything you see happening on the screens, what happens in response to switch presses, etc., that's all gonna be on us. So that's gonna be, for those who have the 340-600 and Explain, will be a very familiar experience, I would say. Everything visual, everything artwork, that's all gonna be on the Aerosoft side, which I think is really the best of both worlds, because Aerosoft is known for having good 3D, and we are known for having good systems. Our 3D is, I personally like it, but I know that there's a lot of people who are not as impressed as they would like to be. So from that point of view, I think it's a really good combination to use Aerosoft 3D with our systems.
Okay, good. So then everyone knows how let's say the collaboration works together. Talking about collaboration, I mean, for you, was it in system-wise a collaboration between, let's say, Explain and MSFS? I know it's a kind of, let's say, big magic and secret how you do it, so you don't need to share too much news out of it. But I mean, there were a lot of developers back in the days who tried coming from, let's say, back in the days, even FSX, and do some Explain products and the other way around. And there was never, let's say, a big success, or maybe there was a big success, but yeah, that never continued, let's say, beyond of 1, 2, 3 aircrafts. Then often they decide for one of both platforms. How do you manage it to be able to deliver to both platforms?
You see all the gray here, although it doesn't show it much because it's so short. But no, it's a challenge, actually. That is why this has been going on.
Yo, what's up, Beanie 4578? How you doing, man?
Was the flight model itself, which was actually the easier part almost. The two platforms are profoundly different in the way they work. MSFS, everything is asynchronous, so that means that whatever, when I receive data and I write data to the simulator, I don't know at what point in the whole process of calculating a frame it arrives in the simulator. This is something which is easy in Explain, because Explain has like a clear set of steps on how they go through.
Saw you in Mike's chat the other day, I think. Yeah, I did. No, that was me, Beanie. That was.
In the next flight group and things like that.
By the way, guys, if you guys haven't already, we're watching this kind of development. I don't think they really have anything too much to say. They're just talking about how much detail they want to go into the development A340-600 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But this is my first time watching. That's why we're just kind of watching in the background.
The way on how you communicate is profoundly different. The next thing I say, I want to have this piece of data, and it gives it to me instantly in the current state. In MSFS, you have to say, yeah, I want to have this piece of data at some point in the future. And then at some point you get a call back, yeah, this is your current position, something like that. So like this, you don't know when you receive the data, and you don't know how they fit into your current system. So this is the classic thing of asynchronous computation, which is the key reason why MSFS, the FPS are better than in Explain, because MSFS, they use multiple cores. Explain is going that way now, but previously they didn't. And that made life for me a lot easier, that everything was like one serial computation, but it made the FPS slower. So this was probably the biggest somehow for weeks. Guys, okay, this is why it's so difficult to work.
Yeah, I don't think they really have anything too crazy. They're just talking about how much detail they're going to put into it, which I feel like we already knew that was going to happen.
Which means Hoppy, which means SimBrief, for example, those kind of things, Navigraph, for example, etc. So what the users can expect there in terms of integration into the, let's say, third-party service.
There was a module that I had during the final test there is that I can't soon. And then, so you will have CPDLC. We are, for Navigraph, we are looking at the level of integration that we will be able to provide. We explain this is done our own solution so that in the EFB you will have some kind of Navigraph integration.
Would you fly the Just Flight Lear 45 whenever it's released?
SimBrief.
Possibly.
SimBrief is it's easy.
Possibly, Gordo. Sorry, I was gone. There was an Air China on VATSIM right below me, and I was descending. That's crazy.
Okay.
SimBrief, Navigraph, Hoppy, what else is there? I think those are the three main ones, right?
Yeah, the three main ones, yeah. And staying in the cockpit, I mean, especially if you fly long haul, right? So you prepare the aircraft.
Something crazy just dawned on me. In all my Microsoft Flight Simulator flights, I don't think I've ever flown from the right seat. Gotta give it a flight. Yeah, man. Hey, go ahead.
Do flight management.
I'm gonna exit this, guys. I don't think they really have anything else to say.
Norcal approach 3395, 49423 cadet.
United 2228, NorCal approach 133.95.
I reinstalled my Phoenix and inibuilds 350, so hopefully that helps my lag since I'm doing long haul on a 350. Yeah, man, maybe. All that lag issue is just all about, trial and error, basically. Just trying everything you can to figure out what the issue is.
Yeah, 1996, contact NorCal approach 133.
Do you think I should try London Heathrow on the 350? I mean, that would be a good tester, for sure.
Oscar 667. Resume normal speed, descend via.
Alright, you didn't give me a handoff, I don't think, but we are definitely out of this airspace.
Q9056.
Resume normal speed, descend via the arrival, altimeter 2956, Alaska 667.
Do Unicom here. And let's get like a dim. Alright. I'm gonna go to the restroom. So, I'll be right back before we hit the top of descent. Alright, BRB guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Alright guys, sorry. I'm back. Also went to get water. Do I not? Hold on. Everybody know the flashlight control in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024? Alright, there you go. Flush the toilet. Bro, I can't see though. Oh shit, I'm outside. I can't see. L? Shift L? F? Oh, Control F. Or Alt F. Alright. Cosetta. Alright, there we go. Sorry guys. Alright. Let's see, where was I? Probably is problem is when I go more than 10 knots, I get 10 to 15 FPS on takeoff, and I'm telling you, something is either out of date or there's something wrong with your community folder or something. Because I've never heard of like those issues before, ever. Dang, everyone's getting off in SoCal. RIP. Now it's sad because there's no Ellie Center online. Anyway, top of descent's coming soon. We should probably get ready for our descent. But it's going to be pretty simple. Right now, the weather in San Diego is pretty much the same. It's 180 at 7, gusting 18. So we got a little bit of a crosswind. Skydive at 2,600 feet, broken at 5,000. Temperature 19, dew point 13. Altimeter 2984. Landing runway 27, localizer RNAV, and visual approaches are in use. Departing runway 27. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the RNAV. Right now, we're gonna be going on the comics from LAX. We're gonna do the comics, and then descend here. Follow these restrictions. 6,000 at Cloman, and then from Cloman, we're gonna pick up the RNAV Zulu for runway 27. We're going to pick it up from Cloman, make that right turn here, and have an RNAV arrival with 607 being our decision altitude for that. So pretty self-explanatory. We'll see if SoCal approach just stays online down in San Diego. So we'll see. But 6,000 is going to be our bottom altitude for the arrival. So let's go ahead. Well, first we should have put this to auto sooner, but we'll get down to 6,000. So we got the destination weather is obtained, presentation is set, recall is checked. Double check that, yep. Lane distance on auto brakes. Not sure if it's wet out there. So let's go ahead and go to info. We're going to NOTAMs. Let's see what the no. I believe it should be dry. Okay. But we'll still do flaps 40 probably. And we'll do 15 on the reference here. And then plans from set terrain. The terrain display already on. TCAS is on. Arrival briefings complete, and descent checklist. We'll go ahead and run that. Pretty short one. Descent checklist. Pressurization set. Recall is checked. Landing distance auto brakes are set. Auto brakes are going to be 2. Actually, we'll do 3 on the auto brake. VREF 132, and then 147 is actually going to be the target. And radios are set. Approach briefing is complete. All right, we are all set. SoCal's getting off. Oh well. Oh well. It'd be like that. We'll land without ATC then. I wonder when the scenery you get an update for the new Terminal 1. That'd be cool. What was it? Air Tahiti A340-300? Nice. Auto brake off? Yeah, I don't think the A320 does that. To my knowledge. I don't believe it does. But maybe it does. It does? Maybe that's a operator option though. Maybe not every single one of them has it. If you guys haven't already, by the way, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button as well. We are 120 subscribers away from 1.5k subscribers. So once we get to 1.5k subscribers, we're going to be doing a long haul on stream. So that'll be super exciting. You guys will be able to vote for what plane and what route we do. So make sure to go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. Join the channel. And I really do appreciate you guys very, very much. I guess while we're starting to descend, let's respond to some criticism. If you guys don't already know, if you haven't already checked it out, make sure to look at my newest video, my comparing the default PMDG sounds to the Boris sound pack. It's really just kind of like a raw comparison between the two sound packs. So if you're curious and if you haven't gotten it yet, I did one for the 737 as well. So make sure to go ahead and check it out. All right, I'll look at it later, Danish. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Where is... Hey, look at the comments. Where do the comments go? Oops. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments. All right, make it full window. Okay. So let's look at the comments. I had some pushback. A lot of you guys said it was a good video, which I really do appreciate. I don't mind the pushback, by the way. If you guys give me feedback, I'll take it. Let's just go ahead and just go through this down the line. There's not too many comments, so let's just go down the line. First off, shout out Jacob Reviews. He said W Sound Pack. Shout out Jacob Reviews. All right, next we got MD Hazeldylan. When PMDG engines spool up, I can literally hear them just speeding up the playback of the recording, make it sound like a hairdryer. Boris actually records and scripts in the spooling sound with black magic. I don't know. Also, the Boris pack has the low ground rumble that PMDG is missing. The PMDG sounds like they were recorded with a mic inside a plastic pipe, where the Boris one sounds more full range in the frequency spectrum. Just night and day to me. And that's it. Shout out. That's a good one. Good response. H3604X said, I feel asleep listening to this beauty. There you go. Gaming Trini just bought it this morning, currently having, like, I can't tell if these are bots. Shout out you guys for commenting. I appreciate it. I really do. But some of these comments, it's hard for me to read because they just don't make any sense to me. I just bought it this morning. Currently have a flight on X4 Miami to EIDW in American 777-200, and boy, it is perfection. The GE powered 200ER definitely sounds different to the 300 and 200 LR / freighter. I am stunned. Truly brought the 777 to life. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the replies there. I don't know what X4 meant. I don't know what that means. So they have different sounds for the classic GE90 versus the 115B. So if you guys don't already know, the GE90 and the 115B are, I guess, the two different GE engines on the 200ER and the 300ER. And apparently some people claim that they have different 4x speed. Oh, okay, that makes sense. 4x sim rate. Oh, okay, that does make sense. I was like, what the hell is X4? GE90, so those are different engines. That was the thing I was confused about in their preview. Which sounds better, the GE200 or 300ER in real life? You mean the GE90 or the 777-200 being older design sounds rumblier and older, if that makes sense. The 150 has more refined modern. See, I didn't really notice the difference between the two, but apparently there is. PMDG is noisy and flat, robust. It is bad. Oh, I think he's replying because I said, I know you guys can't hear it, but I said I don't want to roast PMDG and say it's bad. But then he's like, "Yep, it's bad." Shout out Mozart Pilot. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful comment by Mozart Pilot. Shout out Mozart Pilot. Also, I'm waiting for this one. See, we got so many good comments. Okay, here it is. Here it is. We're starting to get to some of the pushback comments. This one's from Addons 200. Said it might not mean the world, but I think for an objective comparison. Oh wait, no. Was it this one? No, it was another one. It was another one. Never mind. And the conditions must be the same in the Boris. Oh, wait. No. It is this one. Okay. Guys. For the APU startup, I accidentally left the GSX sounds on for the PMDG sound pack. But by the time I noticed that, I already installed the Boris sound pack. And for me to remove the sound pack and then go back into the simulator just to record a 10-second clip, I wasn't about to do that. So a lot of people got mad at that. A lot of people like this said, in the Boris version, the ground vehicles seem to be absent or muted. In the PMDG version, they were on full blast. Of course, I can distinguish it, but I wanted to point out that it can make a big difference. So I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, my bad. I forgot to mute the GSX sound pack. Unprofessional me. My bad. And then this guy, it was definitely interesting. Shout out Danish dude. But how do the engines sound in the cockpit? I don't get why those comparisons always show the outside and the cabin. 99% of my flights in the cabin, 99% of my flights in the cockpit where the sound should be different than the cabin. The reason why I recorded the interior sounds next to the engine and the exterior sounds next to the engine is because that's the best place to get the best sounds out of the engine. If I did a full comparison with just being up in the cockpit, it will do me no good. It will do me no good. I want to hear the sounds from where I hear the sounds the best. Don't you agree? Why would I do a sound comparison where you could barely hear the engines in the cockpit? Am I dumb, guys? It makes no sense to me. I get, sure, you want to probably see takeoff rolls, I guess, in the cockpit, but like, not I'm just stupid. I'm just like, bro, come on. Shout out Dan Street for his comeback. They both sound good. Also, PMDG updating their sounds. Yeah, they are updating sounds, so we'll have to take a look at it. And then people started roasting me for me saying I didn't do the 300ER or the 200 Freighter or LR because the 200ER GEs would just suffice instead of doing 3 different GE engines. You have to admit, okay, I wasn't about to do a comparison between all the different GE 777s. There's like, I think 2 of them or 3 of them. I don't know. I think there's 2 of them. But I wasn't about to compare multiple GE engines on top of already comparing 3 different engine variants within the 777. Like, that video would be like an hour long at least. So I wasn't about to do that, so that's why I just did the 200ER with the different engine variants. And this guy got mad at me saying that the 200ER and the 300s have different engines, therefore the different engine variant of the GE90 actually sounds different. And of course, they're arguing in the comments about how each sounds different. But Boris Audio Works himself, the creator of the sound pack, said the 115 and the 110 are the same core engine, with the 115 having a different pin programming to get higher N1, I believe. So no difference in sound-wise between those two, except a slightly higher RPM. The 94B physically is different, though. Boris himself agreed that there was no point in comparing the 777-300 and the 777-200 GE engines because they basically sound the same. There's slight differences in the size, and there's slight differences in the RPM, but overall, it's the same fucking sound. These dudes, man. These dudes, they, no matter what video you post, they always try to, like, make you sound dumb. So crazy. Okay, last one. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Here's a good one. Ready? Right here. Nolo 66876. This is what I imagine he sounds like. He's in the basement of his mom's house. All right. He's fat, drinking his Mountain Dew, and he's in the basement like a keyboard warrior. Ready? What a comparison this should be, question mark. What the fuck does that even mean? For PMDG APU start, I could hear the whole airport in the background, and for Boris's APU start, it's deathly silent. I am sorry. When I see this kind of biased comparison, I am out. By the way, here's a real-life 777 APU start. Let's click on his fucking video, man. Oh, this is real life. Yeah, it's just a fucking picture. This isn't real life. It's a fucking picture with a sound behind it. Therefore, how can I believe that this is a 777 APU start if it's just a picture of a 777 APU? Am I right? Am I wrong? This could be any APU start, and then they just put a picture of a 777 engine. Stupid. And then everyone got on his case. Appreciate you, boys. But yeah. Anyway, so I apologize for those who had something to say about the video that I did. I tried my best to make those videos. Don't get me wrong. I can take criticism. I do appreciate criticism or like feedback in a nice way to kind of like help the channel be better. Don't get me wrong. But some of those comments were just idiotic. Alright, let's go 29er86. Oh my god, auto break off in the Discord. What? What, Danish dude? What? I think that's an airline package, by the way. So, all right, let's get some drag in. Let's focus in on the approach. Would sleep again in the comments? You should. You should, H3. H3, what do you think? Should I make an ASMR stream? Just literally just like put a airplane in cruise and then just stream for like 12 hours? Would that low-key get views? That would be fire. I love it how all I hear is ETC and Ethan got none. Your Wi-Fi will crash before you get to the 2-hour mark. That's crazy, Jake Reviews. But there's a lot of videos that are 10 hours long. Yeah, that's true. Two hours is a stretch. Oh my god. They all are roasting me. Alright, let's go ahead and get the lights on since we didn't already. We'll get this to logo. We'll go ahead and get this to continuous. We'll get the wing light on. Get the seatbelt signs on. And let's go ahead and get this headphone simulation off. Let's get all the sounds. Alright, 123.9 is going to be San Diego ground. I hope PMDG will make a max someday. I think they will. I think they will someday, but I think it's pretty low on the list of things to do, unfortunately. Especially after they promised it was going to come in between the 777 releases. Like, I think, honestly, I think the Max 9 for iFly is going to come out before they could even get a Max to come out. This plane's not in beta. No, it's not. It's in beta for 2024, technically, until they get a service pack out, but that's it. But that's for 2024. I mean, it works perfectly fine, for me at least. Alright, here we go. Let's get the taxi light on. We're all set to go. Flight 10, please be seated for landing. Should get the pro beat on. They're making a Max 9. They're waiting for Boeing to actually release the Max 10s to even make it a plane. Sounds like PMDG 737 is close to being set for release. Yeah, I saw an image somewhere that they did like a new interior. The interior looks pretty good if it holds up to what the picture kind of showed us. I'll admit that. The interior looked really good. No, it's not out. The only real Maxes that are out is the 8 and the 9. Alright, let's go ahead and arm the speed brake. We got flaps 5. Alright, wind's died down here. It's 170 at 8 now, so it's not gusting. Yeah, Mozart, me too, man. Me too.
2,500.
2,500. Let's go ahead and get the gear down. We go flaps 15. Flaps 30. Yeah, HD, I do know that. They have a mini hub at Narita. So they have 737s over in Narita. And they have a 737 base in Guam. Flaps 30. Alright, or excuse me, flaps 40, gear down, landing checklist, please. Landing checklist start switches are continuous. Speed brake is armed. Gear is down 3 greens and flaps 40 green light. Land checklist is complete. 2,500 is going to be our go around altitude. Yeah, they have a little mini hub, so they go like all over in Southeast Asia. I'm thinking about maybe doing the United Island hopper on stream one of these days. All right, let me go ahead and lock in. I probably won't reach out till we're on the ground, guys.
1,000.
All right, my aircraft. Get back on center line here. Definitely some crosswind action. Get some rudder correction in here. Coming a little bit high.
500.
Coming down a little bit, catching up to the glide here.
400.
Slight right rudder. Definitely got to get some left aileron into here. A little bit high, working it down.
200.
Working over to the center line. Working it down. There we go. A little bit right, working it left.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right, there we go. Joseph versus in the green. All right. Auto brake. All right, exit left here on the Bravo 8 and we'll contact ground if he's still on. Yeah, he is. Let's go ahead. We'll pull off the runway, we'll hit the brakes here, we'll get that steady, we'll get these to off. Let's go ahead and set our parking brake. Let's do our landing float before we contact him. Let's go to after landing, flaps up. Speed brakes are stowed, gear, auto brakes are off. Flight directors off. Exterior lights as required. And you go ahead and get the probe heat auto. Turn on the trim air. Taxi light can stay on. We'll get the APU on. All right, let's go ahead and we'll figure out what gate we're going to. Going to 42. So let's go to E parking N. I don't know. Ramp? Oh. Let me see. Is it ramp? Maybe it is ramp. Let's see. I'll see if it is. If it's not, then oh well. Ramp. No. Oh, it is. Okay. I guess we'll go ATS. Alright, let's go over to ground. San Diego ground, United 2633, vacated off of Bravo 8 here and gate 43.
Side 2633, ground, welcome to San Diego. Take the ramp via Bravo. Good day.
Taxi ran via Bravo. Yeah, 2633. All right, 43 is over to the right. Let's go. No auto throttle. Why? No auto throttle because it's a Boeing. You don't keep auto throttle on to all the way down to your land. You have to take it off and you do throttles manually. Butter, thank you so much, SNA Aviation. Again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys being out here. We're almost to 1.5K subscribers, so I really do appreciate you guys very, very much for all the support, especially in the recent videos and streams and stuff like that. If you do like this content, especially the United Virtual Ops, do let me know in the chat or in the comments of the VOD. Again, we'll probably do a second stream tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be San Diego here. We're going to depart San Diego, go back to San Francisco, but then go over to Vegas for an overnight. So if you guys want to join me for that, go ahead and make sure to join the Discord, !Discord, to go ahead and get notified for that stream as well. Yeah, Danish Shoe, that's definitely not how you land a Boeing, though. Especially a 737. I'm a real pilot, Danish Shoe, that's the issue. I don't let the auto thrust land. I went to boot camp next door? Oh, no way. In Camp Pendleton? Wait, where am I supposed to... Oh, it's over here. Oops. Uncle's going see now. Hold on. Alright, let's go ahead. That's why I butter and you don't? No MRCD? What's MRCD? Alright, if you guys haven't already, make sure to put in your guesses for the landing rate. We're going to go ahead and check out the landing rate once we get settled in over here. So in real life, another crew is going to be taking over this plane and taking it to Washington Dulles for a red eye. So we are not going to be doing that flight. We're actually going to be going to our hotel tonight in San Diego and doing a flight tomorrow afternoon. So we got a little bit of a layover in San Diego. All right, go ahead. Set parking brake. We'll go back. Oops, not to the iPad.
Southwest 1425 number ground. Good evening, welcome to San Diego. Type your ramp via Bravo, good day.
System page. Back. Back. Ground support. Chalk it in. Go ahead and request deboarding. It's right next to the airport, Marine Corps Recruit Depot. Oh, no way. That's awesome. I know there's a Coast Guard base like right next to this place. Yo, what's up, Flight Sim Nave? How you doing, man? We are just ending the stream, but make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. We're going to be live tomorrow night. All right, let's go ahead and check out the landing rate here. We'll go ahead and end that flight. We'll go to flights 220 down in San Diego. I've been pretty consistent. I mean, I guess that's a good thing to be pretty consistent like that. So recently we did a San Francisco just tonight is negative 220, and the 777 down to LAX we did 219, 777 up to Denver we did 242, and then Frankfurt to San Francisco and the 777-300 I did 240. I did the stream long haul from JFK to EDDF, the inaugural A340-300 flight. That was a 232, and then the Houston one was a 479. 202 was in San Francisco. So I've been pretty consistent in the 200s, which I think is pretty good. All right, they'll go ahead and connect the ground power and the air conditioning. We'll go ahead and set that. We got ground power. We'll go ahead and connect it, and we'll turn off the APU. Connect the ground power. Ethan was mad about his internet and on the Houston flight he slammed that shit. Oh, 100%. All right, parker flow. Got the parker brake is set. Electrical power is insured. Cut off the engines. Sterilite switch can come on. Anti-collision light is off. APU bleed switch is off. Air conditioning is set. Hydraulic system is set. We're going to get the electric pumps off. Anti-ice is off. Probe heat is auto. Wi-Fi switches are set. Transponder standby. Test. Logo lights are on display and all is good. All right, we are all done with this plane, so we'll go ahead and we'll turn off the IRSs for the other crew, and we'll turn off the fuel pumps. All right, parking checklist, parking brake is set, engine start lever is cut off, IRS mode selectors are off, Wi-Fi switches are set, probe heat is auto, anti-ice switches are off. Drug system is set. Fuel pumps. I guess we can leave them off in the next crew because they're about to come on. We'll leave them on for the next crew. Beacon light is off. Radar is off. Transponder is standby. APU bleed is off. APU is off. All right. That is all good. Information checklist complete. Go ahead and turn off the iPad. That is all good. They need an update for the San Diego scenery now with the new terminal. They do. I know with this one, this is the what's the name? Uh-oh. Did my sim just crash? This is the glide slope simulation San Diego that I'm in right now. I think my sim just crashed. So I know they have like the construction, but they don't have the finished terminal one. Yeah, the glide slope. Yep, exactly. I think my sim actually just crashed, which is kind of ironic. Do control alt delete to unfreeze classic. Well, rip. I was gonna show you the scenery. Well, it didn't work this time. Yep. Well, that was perfect timing. There you go. Perfect timing. Yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. We're gonna do another one tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna be still. I know, right? We need to get rid of it. I need a new background. I need to take more screenshots when I'm on the ground. I took that one in Hawaii, so I definitely need a new one. But yeah, so we're going to be doing another stream tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I believe I'm going to go live at like 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Sorry. I'm going to go live around 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time just because there's going to be 3 legs to the flight, so it's going to be a longer stream. So I'm going to start a little bit earlier, but be on longer. It's going to be a flight from San Diego up to San Francisco, and then San Francisco down to Las Vegas. This is going to be in Flight Simulator 2020 because we are going to be using the 737-900ER for those flights. And that's with the Boris sound pack, so we should have some juicy sounds from Boris again. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Again, if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate you guys being here, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. If you haven't already, make sure to go watch the Boris and Boris default 777 Boris sounds versus the default 777 sound pack video. I posted that. You guys are blowing that shit up, so I appreciate you guys very, very much. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.